In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host, and today, jealousy absolutely destroyed HoneyKomb Brazy's career. And I want to explain this to you in full, but I want to explain to you from the music business side of this. The first thing I want to let y'all know is being a famous street nigga doesn't mean anything if you don't have a hit record. You're as good as credibility to ride in the passenger seat with Jay Prince. That's about as far as that go. But we'll loop back around to that. So what ends up happening is HoneyKomb Brazy is in and out of jail. It's always something going on. Every time he come out, it's some smoke. Every time he come out, it's some beef. He's had beef with Rallo Rodriguez. He had beef with other people down there in Alabama, as we know, because they shot up the grandma and the granddad's house, which caused a gas leak, which blew the house into oblivion, right? We all remember that. Then he starts taking his shot. So, speed up, in and out of jail, whatever, who cares? Shots at Finesse 2 times and shots at the mob ties and the Jay Prince people and all of that. The reason he threw his shots at them because he was jealous. He says that Finesse 2 times got a jet and a warm welcome when he got out of jail. HoneyKomb Brazy didn't get anything. So we can just go ahead and give you that right now. You didn't get a warm welcome because you don't have any leverage you don't have a hit record. The one record that you did have, that's not a hit. Finesse 2 times did not come out of prison dissing. He didn't come out of prison talking crazy. He didn't come out of prison getting on people's nerves and calling people's names. He came from the prison yard to the prison gate to the jet and got in the fucking studio. It also helps that Finesse 2 times has a history in music, like a legitimate history in music. I don't know if y'all know, but he was writing for Moneybagg Yo at one point in time, way back in the way back. So there is, when you're in the industry and you see like, okay, Bag is humongous. There's some potential there and you got talent, and talent is cool. Like you need the talent, right? But Bag is where he's at. Bag got his sound from you. You obviously can make music because you had music before this that people actually fuck with, and you were actually able to have some type of relevancy where you were from all this time when you was locked up. I can actually put some money behind that. I can actually put some stock into that. Let me see what I can do with that, because you have the momentum. People are waiting for you, and you actually have that ability to, for lack of a better term, no pun intended, finesse people into actually being roped into what you got going on. HoneyKomb Brazy sees that, and he does not understand that HoneyKomb Brazy doesn't have any of that. He had that one song, Dead People. I guess this is the screenshot from that video, and it was a decent song, but it wasn't. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. It wasn't that song. That song was a hit. And it wasn't just a hit a hood hit, because a lot of people don't understand the difference between a hood hit and a real hit record. Finesse 2 times will be able to perform forever because he has a real legitimate hit record. It is still being played today. Every club, on the radio, everywhere you go. It's all over. It was all over the internet, all over these little dancing sites, TikTok, and all of those other things. It's still something that's in rotation today. He's going to eat off that forever because that's a legitimate hit record. Dead People was a hood hit. And with a hood hit, you'll still be able to do little things, but hood hit don't translate to legitimate hit. You think y'all the same person and you not. And the reason that you're not the same person is because you thought that going at somebody because they wasn't a real nigga and you ain't even like that and you're this and you soft and you pie and all these things that you would call somebody who started out ignoring you, but it makes you look jealous and it makes you look weak, and you are trying to hide your jealousy and your weakness behind the guise of I'm realer than him. Why aren't you investing in me? So things go on and they're having this back and forth because Finesse is not out of the hot water either, because the worst thing Finesse could have done is respond to this. You don't respond to people like y'all are on the same label or whatever the hell the situation is with these people. You got the person that's mad at you because they don't have a hit. The person that's mad at you because they don't have shit going on and they don't know how to get it because he's not going to be able to get it because he doesn't understand that the music industry is not the streets. It doesn't matter what people told you. It doesn't matter what is being shown. It doesn't matter how people get up here and try to interpret it. There's street things that happen, but the music business is not the streets. Nobody give a fuck where you're from, how big you is, how big your father is, how gangster you is, how much gangster shit you is, how much fucking arrests you got, how many mug shots you have. Where's your hit? Because that's what Jay Prince and them was looking at. Jay Prince and them didn't give no fuck about you being no real nigga. The real nigganess is to sell the music. The real nigganess is to market you to the real nigga audience. Because if we're being for real, you should actually want to get the fuck away from that, because real niggas don't buy music. Real niggas don't spend money. That's not, those aren't the people. Finesse 2 Times has something that could be marketed to everybody, even though he is who he is and his image is what it is. That song was able to be used by everybody, even if it was just a catchy introduction line. We underestimate these things because we think we the realest people and, oh, I kept it real, I kept it solid. Jay Prince, Jazz Prince, Mike Prince, Junior, all of these people are about getting paid. I don't want anybody to ever think that it's going to be real nigga over money when it comes to somebody who has a business in music. That is never going to be the case. HoneyKomb Brazy is a tax write-off. You was never bringing in the type of money that Finesse 2 Times brought in. And if you were serious about your career, you would have stayed out of prison. That's neither here nor there. You decided that being a real nigga was more important than going to the studio. Because if you really felt a type of a way, you would be busting your ass to try to get you a hit and not a hood hit. You would have came out of jail and did your thing. And then it's now we at this point where I just saw the other day, because all the back and forth and all the goofy shit, we at this point where Finesse 2 Times is having problems with his brother, and then his brother, or whoever the fuck that was, goes over and sees your mother in Houston or wherever the fuck she was at. He goes over there, and then you got to get on the internet and crash out, and now you're back in fucking prison. Do you see how stupid this is? Like, you're locked up again, violated again, no hit, no income, no music income, nothing legitimate. Nobody's give a fuck about that. All because of your jealousy. And it falls back on Finesse because you don't have control over your people. You don't have control over the situation. You doing the pose, the dead man pose and the money, and that's funny and shit. But somebody you didn't have control with on your team because y'all too busy going back and forth. This person has now created a real situation from you where all you had to do was keep making your music and keep doing you. The fact that anybody's even still talking about you is a miracle. So it's like you bit the bait. And I'm talking about Finesse 2 Times bit the bait to get sucked in to HoneyKomb Brazy's misery. He was miserable. He's miserable because he's looking around and he thinking, oh, these niggas sent me money in jail. Bro, you think these niggas was sending you money in jail because you was a hell of a rapper and you had star whatever? They was sending because they was hoping they was going to get another Finesse 2 Times situation. They struck gold with him because people don't know how hit records work. People think that a hit record is just like, oh, it's just cool and all of whatever. There's a lot of money that comes attached to actually having a real hit record. You were supposed to come out and do what Finesse 2 Times did. You were supposed to come out and have the biggest record in Alabama, had the biggest reputation from Alabama, but you came out on the real nigga time, and real niggas lose every time. There's never been a real nigga that won in the music industry. And if a real nigga did win in the music industry, he left. He had to leave to win. You signed to them people showed up because they wanted a check. They wanted to get another check. They wanted to see if I could squeeze something out of this nigga too. 2 for 2. Oh man, they would have been able to revive themselves because they are the gatekeepers down there for the street niggas. Because Post Malone didn't have to go through mob ties to get on. Ain't nobody, Travis Scott ain't have to go through them to get on. It's only you and your type of people. Because they reached out to you, you thought niggas was doing you a favor. A nigga ain't gonna never do you no favor in this business. Ever. If they throw you a bone, it's because you already had that fucking relationship with them. But then, going back to Finesse 2 Times brother and all this shit, just creating more drama, creating more situations. Now you're going to have to watch your back because of what you did and you don't know who's going to come from this nigga. Going back and forth with peasants. Arguing with the help. No, you're the person on the label that made something happen. Ignore the help. Ignore that nigga. He don't have shit to worth talking about. And you know that. But now, the dark side of all of this is still no record, back in jail, probably not coming out no time soon. If he might be out, I don't give a fuck. But it's silly. All this is silly. All this whole situation was silly as hell. Silly as a motherfucker. Because all you had to do was mind your fucking business and do your fucking work. But you was more worried about being a real nigga. And what records dropped when you was out? You was all on the live, calling niggas names, doing all this stupid, silly ass, dumb fucking shit. It's amazing how that didn't even last long. That didn't even last long. That was such a short-lived stint out. How long did you just do? All the shit that you've been through, you would think that you would just want to kind of, all right, we're gonna get this music thing 100%. But they wanted to get rid of your ass anyway. They're probably relieved that your ass is in jail. If we being for real, they're probably like, shit, I'm so glad I ain't gotta take care of this nigga no more. You was these niggas. They was your daddies. Let me get the fuck off here, y'all. Y'all let me know how this sound, man. We got a new mic. Probably break the camera out later. The show schedule will be going up Wednesday. But thank y'all, man. Yeah, this is the dark side of songwriting.